Welcome to Ag Shorts. I'm Kalen. With me is my father, Brandon. Today, we ask my dad, why do we not produce hay on the Hashknife Ranch?
Um, it's more efficient to graze and purchase the hay without this year and last year's hay debacle that we've had in the entire western part of the United States. Even including Texas, they're in rough shape. But the ground that we have is a short grass prairie, and our water supply, we've got a good share of water underneath our feet. We got a little bit of terra firma between us and it. And so we could pull some of that out and prep some ground and perhaps irrigate it and then start to produce our own hay. And you know what? Honestly, we're looking at that as a change, as an efficiency. It costs a lot of money to do it. We have to buy equipment. That's a lot of outlay, but long term, it's probably a better way to go. Probably a better way to be a little bit more self-sufficient in our outlay of cash or overhead than if these prices stay like they are now. We're paying a little over double what we would normally this year for hay, and so I mean that hurts. That's not without saying that when you start producing your own hay, because of the cost of fuel, cost of electricity to run, a pivot, for instance, and the cost of fertilizer, all is through the roof right now. So that adds to the cost of the hay, regardless of who's putting it up, whether it's yourself or someone else. We would save on the trucking a little bit, and then we would cut down on, of course, the overhead for some profit margin there for somebody that they're making to sell that hay as a cash crop. So I'd like to, we may, but right now it's a matter of grazing that ground and getting the most out of it as a short grass prairie, not as it's like a riparian area or irrigated type ground.
And obviously, other than just being self-sufficient and convenience, what are the benefits of being self-sufficient and creating your own hay?
Well, you're going to be able to hopefully plan for, I know I'm going to have this much hay. This is it. I got it. I want this species of grass or this variety of species of grass, because you can't always depend on being able to get your hay from the same source every year. And that's what you want. And they may change what they're doing. So you've got a little bit of control over that and tighten that down to what you actually want. And then you can also take a portion of that and um, make some hay that somebody else wants. Say, would be a really good idea for us. Take some of the grass mix that we want that's really good for horses, and you put that into some small squares that are 65 pounds a piece, and you sell that as a cash crop for a little bit more as a premium hay, because it's a really good, if you raise it right, put it up right, you're going to have a really good hay supply that somebody wants, and you can make a small profit on that to maybe cover some of the cost of your ability to put that hay up, put that back into fuel costs, your fertilizer costs, and reduce that overall overhead.
About a minute, more or less stress than what you currently deal with.
Different, because I mean it's I know it's a vague answer, but it's stressful trying to find hay, getting
Yeah,
people to turn loose with it, but it's
coordinate it.
also but it's also stressful to, okay, we got a time period we can get this hay cut, knocked down, and not get it wet, not get it, so you're putting bad hay. You got the ability to pick and choose. If somebody's got some bad hay, you go, no, I'm not going to buy it. If you cut that hay and all of a sudden it rains for unexpectedly and you can't get it dried out and put into a bale, now you've made your own bad hay, and you can't sell it or shouldn't sell it, or you can only sell it to a limited supply of or buyers, limited supply of buyers who can grind it, perhaps mix it with something else in a feedlot or stockyards. So that's all stressful. It's just a different way of looking at it. Hope my equipment, holds up. I'm broke down, and we got to get this hay up because we got a storm coming tomorrow. Got to get it in a bale. It's already knocked down, and now I need parts for this thing. I got to get this piece of equipment back together and running. It's all stressful. It's just different ways of uh, pushing that stress button and trying to deal with it.
That's hay production and us at the Hashknife Ranch.